you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you.
I want to hold your hand, oh, if I can just be a man. I want to be your friend, not now and then, but until the end. I just love the way you act, and that's a fact. I want to be your number one, so get to that.
Maybe the next time. Maybe the next time. Maybe the next time.
Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Let's start now. Unfortunately, due to some strike, Charlotte is stuck, so she won't present the weekly breakfast this morning. So I have the pleasure to do this today. Let's start with the newcomers. So we are happy to welcome Juliana, who is our new marketing director for Brazil. Juliana. She was here yesterday. Is she here this morning? No. She's managing the jet lag. Anthony Chevrier, who joined the Brazil team as well as the finance and office coordinator, so you can applaud him. Next, Guillaume, who is joining the customer engagement team in London, and we've got a lot of people who joined the customer team this week. So we've got Melissa Rodriguez, next, John, José Souza, Jean-Daniel Pecolo, all these guys, congratulations, we can applaud them. And now let's come to Mina team. So we are happy to welcome Dina, who has been working for a few months now on this project, and she has joined the team now as a marketing director, Mina. And Yaoub, who will join the Edito team in Casablanca. So we should have roughly 10 people now in Mina region. And in the SEO the acquisition team, so we have Moad Kabesh, who joined the acquisition team. Moad, are you here? Yes, please, come on. Could you introduce yourself?
So hello everyone, so my name is Mohan. I'm 30 years old and I joined the growth marketing team 1 week ago. I'll be in charge of all the SEO strategy for the company, so my role will be to make Deezer more visible inside search engine.
Thank you and welcome. Next. Okay, now let's go to the interns. Gaia, who joined the coordination development team. Gaia, are you here? Yes, please, come on. Laura, Communication France. If Laura is here? No? Okay, so Gaia, could you introduce yourself?
So I'm Gaia. I'm the new intern in coordination development team, and I'm really thrilled to join Deezer and to work on strategic questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Still new talent. So Emily, are you here? No. So she is an intern in the content team. Zenia, who joined the product and marketing team. Are you here? Yes, come on.
So hi everyone, I'm Zena, I'm 24 years old, and I joined Deezer 1 week ago to in the product marketing team for my end of study internship. And yeah, I'm very happy happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. That's it for the newcomers. So now I will ask Elsa and Arnaud to join me.
Hello everyone. So we want to present you today a new operation we launch tomorrow, very close to here. So as you know, we launched an operation last year with Johnny Hallyday. It was a big success, so it was an experience at Parvis Saint-Lazare. And we decided to make the V2 of this experience with another artist. So the idea of, I will show you. So we will do an operation with Nino. Why we want to do this? Because first, as I said, it was a big success with Johnny Hallyday, and we want really to be the service who will present extraordinary listening experience. So why we are doing that? If it works. So why we want to do that? So it's very simple. We want to do experience with artists because when we will do this, they will talk about us, and it will be a way by doing a physical experience to have a lot of reach on digital, on PR. So what we want to reach here is to being able to improve the brand consideration of Deezer on the youngsters from 80 to 35. We have a big challenge in France on this. So it's why we are more younger with Nino than we did with Johnny Hallyday. And the objective here is that we want to have a big reach on digital with this experience. So we'll have more than 2.2 million reach. This will be led by the artist who will talk to his community. He have more than 1.2 million community. He will talk about us on the experience, but also on the availability of the album on Deezer. Those objectives are in line with the OKR at Deezer. So the first OKR we are working on is the funnel. On the free service, we want to grow our free user base, and we'll have a lot of linked to the Deezer album. And the second one is to be the service most loved by artists, and Nino will talk a lot about us in the next days. I will let Elsa present the project. Thank you.
Hi everyone, so what will be the experience? Thank you. So maybe you have seen... Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Okay. So maybe you have seen the picture of the cover of the album representing a road and Nino walking this road. So basically we are going to create this live. So what you can see is just in front of the train station, we are going to recreate in real life the road and the landscape. And what you see here is the road, but with treadmills, and you have to walk on them. When you walk on them, you start the music, and if you stop walking, you stop the music. Okay, everybody's awake. So it will start. No, too fast. Can you go back? No. Next one? Yes, this one. So as Arnaud mentioned it, we are opening it with Nino tomorrow during lunchtime. So we don't have the exact time yet because he's an artist, obviously, so we will have confirmation at the very last minute. But it will be midday, and then it will be open to the public. But we will have during the opening press and influencers to cover it, to talk about it, to create pictures to share with TV, digital, etc. And you can go there and try it either with Nino or with your team during the whole day, during the whole afternoon tomorrow and the whole day on Thursday. So I'm sure I will see you there. And then we will support this, next slide, thank you, with the media plan. During the event, we will be live on the DOOH screens near the train station. We will have the giant screen on Citadium, you know, this giant screen in front of the building. We will be also in many train stations, in Forum des Halles, because the target He's in Farmdale, so we really want to reach them. We will also have a digital plan during the event on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. And then, because this is a whole campaign around the Nino's album, we will support the album with a link to the album on Deezer, starting Friday on Instagram, Snapchat, OKLM, and obviously AdWords on Google. And then I'll show you the video that is going to promote the event. If we can sound. So this is the first one, and then, because you know us, we can't do anything without social and PR, and this is one of the main objectives. So we will launch a contest today on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter to win a meet and greet with Nino during the opening. Then tomorrow we will produce a lot of stories on Instagram, so follow us and comment and do everything you can to support us. And we will launch a video with Nino saying, come and walk with me, share on Instagram, Facebook, and whatever with the handle @DeezerFR to create a real attribution to the brand, and the hashtag Nino Saint-Lazare to maybe win tickets for his concerts. And then on Friday, we will have another video of the album and of people reacting to the first track they have listened to in avant-première. I don't know how to say that in English. With a link to the album on Deezer. Obviously, not by Nino, so everything we're going to do is going to be shared by him to his community, and we will have also support from PR and influencers really targeted to talk to the right community. And then I'll show you one last video sharing the contest.
Tiens l'équipe, je vous donne rendez-vous mercredi 20 mars à Paris pour écouter 4 extraits de mon album en inédit, Destin, le 22 mars. On est ensemble, ça bouge pas. Yeah.
Hope to see you there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just go back to the newcomer. There is someone I would like to introduce you. It's Laurence, our new CCO. Laurence, could you come with me and just introduce yourself?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Laurence. I've started last Monday, although officially I'm not starting until April 2nd, but that's a secret. I come to Deezer after almost 20 years in the media video industry. I've had different roles in data, advertising, distribution, subscription, tech, ad tech, and I have joined Deezer for 3 reasons. First one is I absolutely love the product. I've been a Deezer subscriber and I still pay. I need to find a family employee offer, but for 4.5 years, I listen to the music when I run, I listen to the music when I'm in my car, and I listen to the music at home. I'm a little bit frustrated because my Sonos is the very old version. So one of my targets is to make sure that somehow we can resume the distribution with Sonos so that we can actually sit at home, because I still also have a Spotify account for home. Second reason I joined is I like a little bit of a challenge. I know B2B has not been that great the last couple of years. And I hope that we're going to change that trend. My responsibility includes all of the B2B partnership, ad sales, and country distribution outside France and MENA. So I think we have a lot of work to do. The third reason is actually, if you look on my LinkedIn, I've actually worked with Hans Holger for 11 years. So I'm coming back to my old boss. People ask me why. I think he's a very visionary guy, very successful, and when he put his heart to it, he wants the success, so I'm really happy. 3 things you want to know or you don't know about me, you won't find on LinkedIn. I'm a runner, so when I'm in Paris, you can find me in Bois de Boulogne, not at night time, just to be precise. I am a Vanessa Paradis inconditionnel fan. Apparently, according to Aurélien, it's absolutely the number 1 on my listening list. So yes, and et je suis belge-française, donc language in the office is English, but I have already noticed that everybody speaks French to me. So if you have any questions, I'm around. I will sit on the 5th floor. I tend to be in Paris about 40% of my time, 3 weeks a month, Monday to Wednesday or Tuesday to Thursday. I'll be around, I'm available, and I look forward to meeting you all.
Thank you, Laurence. Now it's time for data, so we'll ask the data team to join me. You are supposed to. Yes, François.
Hello, everybody. This is a new rendezvous for you. Once a month, on a monthly basis, we will talk to you concerning data. Okay. Today, can we go on next slide? Okay, the agenda for this time is, we will present you the business intelligence and data analytics team. We will have 2 presentations, one concerning the key value pillars with Vlad. Then Ange is going to talk about the data university. We will have a section concerning the business KPI, did you know section, and then what are the ongoing projects on data. This is the BI and data analytics team. Okay, we have 5, this is a unit, we have 5 teams. First one is market analytics. This section is dedicated to the market, the local, okay, analysis. Business analytics is quite the same, but it's concerning more the global. Data science is the all concerning the machine learning and modeling. Product and UX research, it's about the product and how the people is using it. And marketing research is quite the awareness and things like that. Can we go on? Okay. Oujala, c'est Vlad.
Hi everyone, so I'm Vlad. I'm in the team with Ujala and Sandrine of the product and user research team. So what we're doing in that team is basically we talk to our users via interviews and questionnaire and focus group to better understand what they want in the product and how they can use the product better. So today I'm going to present something that we already presented in the breakfast, but we saw that there's a lot of newcomers, and because it's one of our foundational research, that everyone needs to have that in mind to do their job better, basically. So the 3 value pillars is basically what music streaming is and what it needs to deliver for people to actually use it and to better convert to it. So the 3 main value pillars are access, update, and collect. Let's not see the key takeaways now. It would be spoilers. So the first one is access. So accessing music is about first thing, all the music that I want. So if I want Johnny Hallyday, I can find Johnny Hallyday. If I want this very niche group, I can also find this very niche group. It's a place where I can just search something and find something to play. The second thing about access is having access to all this music everywhere across all the devices that I have. So I'm running, I can listen to Deezer on my smartwatch, but I can also go home and have it on my computer and on my smartphone. So it's across all devices. The third one is even without connection. So it's across all my devices, but even if I'm in a plane or in the train, it always works. So it's access is about these 3 things. The second value pillar is collect. So obviously you have access to all that music, but to access it more easily, you need to actually pick the music that you love and being able to collect them in a library. So that can take many, many forms, and this value pillar is not about the form that it takes, but it's it can be playlist, can be an album in a library, etc., etc. The second thing about collecting is also about retrieving it easily. So basically, you collect these 1,000 tracks, but how do you retrieve it easily? Your music streaming service needs to help you to actually pick the right track at the right moment. And the third one, but not the least, is updating. You're not going to pay for music streaming $9 a month if you're still listening to the same 10 tracks, then you're just gonna have like an album or MP3. So updating your library is one of the main pillars, and it's not about finding like this weird track that you've never listening to, but it's about music that's really close to what you already like. So it's about like new releases, like if you like an artist, like pushing new releases. It's about an artist that is really close to the artist that you already like. And the second thing about updating is also music that you've forgotten about. So basically, these old tracks that you were listening to 3 years ago, every day, like re-pushing that and rediscovering that track and have this nostalgic moment. So that's the 3 value pillars of what a music streaming is. What it is not about, and that we are seeing some change right now, and we're gonna update these slides. But 1 year and a half ago, it was not about these 3 things. So it was not about keeping me up to date with broader trends. So it was not about finding the charts. You have the radio for that, you have blogs for that, etc., etc. The second thing is it was not getting me outside of my comfort zone. So as I said before, it's really finding tracks that is close to what I like. It's not about the service pushing metal if you like classical music. And the third one is it is not being part of a niche, meaning like if you're a metalhead, Deezer is not the place where you find your community. You have like Reddit for that, you have blog, you have magazine, but music streaming service is not like finding that community. And that's basically it. Thanks a lot.
So, hi everyone, I'm Leo. Today I'm going to talk to you about Data University. So what is Data University? It's an internal curriculum of training about data and statistics, where you will have the opportunity to be taught about data and statistics by members of the data science and business analytics team. It's an idea that came from an article about Airbnb, where they set up a similar Data University, and now hundreds of employees have attended the university. And the idea is to increase data awareness and data knowledge across the whole company, and also to foster collaborative training and cross teamwork. And through this Data University, you will have the chance to learn everything you want to know about data and statistics, and also our best practice regarding statistics, and also information about data infrastructure and how we treat, we collect, and we make dashboards and analysis. And also, you will get an introduction about machine learning and the tools and algorithms we use for our analysis. So the format is the following. There will be classes of 10 to 12 students taught by two data scientists from our team. There will be slides and whiteboard, but we want to make the format as funny and interesting as possible. So we made quizzes and we made challenges during the class, and there will be lots of examples with Deezer data, so that you will have a very concrete example on hand. And of course, there will be no exams. It's only on a voluntary basis.
Thank you. So, what do we teach at this Data University? We got 4 main classes. The first one will be an introduction to statistics, to make sure that we all speak the same language. So it will be basic concepts that some of you have already seen, but also new concepts and traps that we know at Data and that we think that it's important to share with you. The second class will be around D4U. We've heard your complaints about D4U and how it's difficult to access to the data there. So we'll provide you some kind of survival guide in D4U in order to make you feel more independent and get you the best understanding of the data at D4U. The next one will be on our data pipeline. So how do we get the data from our end user to our database, and how do we process that in order to push for you dashboards. And to finish, we'll
give you an introduction to prediction and machine learning. We know that it's a very trending topic and everybody talks about it. So the aim of this class is not to transform you into data scientists, but just to give you the basics that will make you understand what we're talking about. So who will attend? The first class will be this afternoon, and it will be mainly composed of product managers and product owners. So we hope that this first cohort will be a success in order to open new cohorts. So feel free to come to talk to us if you are interested in it. Thank you. And then I'll continue, because Paul is not there this morning. So we go back to our classic KPI thing. So my question today is, do you know what is the size of Deezer sub base? Only the sub base, excluding B2B and telcos. Do you have any ideas? 5? Other ideas? 5? 2.5? He knows his subjects. So yes, we get 2.5 million subscribers at the end of last February. And do you know if it's better or worse compared to our target at the end of the month? Worse? How many percent? Tricky question. So we are 5% below our target. So it's still ongoing for this month, but the target it's for the end of the month. So we still got 2 weeks to reach the target. Thank you.
Okay, now Stéphane, could you join me, please? We'll talk about the outcome. No, you go directly to. We will talk. We will get the global KPIs for 2018.
Good morning. Picking up on the In Data We Trust the topic that we just discussed, let me give you an update on how we ended the last year, a sneak peek on how we started into this year, and based on this, a brief call to action. So the last year, if you look at the 3 main KPIs that the company set for itself, where's the click thing? So we had 3 KPIs for the whole company. You might know all of these. It was the revenue that we wanted to achieve, the direct sub base that we wanted to achieve, and the EBITDA. EBITDA means earnings before interest, tax, and depreciation. So it's a kind of a financial term which basically states how much money a company makes or loses. And unfortunately, in 2018, in all of these 3 objectives, we did not reach our goal. In revenue, we had a shortfall of about 1.5%. So we've almost made it, but not quite. The direct sub base was quite below target. Again, the direct sub base is all the subscribers that we have, excluding our B2B partnerships. The reason why this is important, because the margin that we make on these subs is way better than the margin that we have on B2B deals, where we need to share the revenue and thus share the profits, kind of a shortfall of 3.5%. And in EBITDA, we had the biggest shortfall. EBITDA, again, is the money that we ideally would return to our investors. In our case, it's the money that we still lose, so we are still burning money from our investors. We had a shortfall of about 5%. So in all of these instances, we did not make the 100%, despite the fact that we all tried very hard. But the good thing is that we had a solid momentum in this, at least until the end of the year. When I give you a sneak peek into how we started the year, you all need to be aware that we really had a rough start into the year. This was mainly driven by 3 factors that I'll cover in a second. But to give you kind of an understanding of where we currently are by the end of February, full price subs are below target. In January, we've been about 2% below target. In February, we've been almost 6% below target in full price paying subscribers, kind of those people who bring the most money into our company. First payers, the people who start paying in that particular month, have been brutally hit. In January, we've been almost 22% behind target. In February, almost 50% behind target. So only half of the people that we expected to start paying for Deezer started to pay actually in February. And also in terms of total churn, we've seen a brutal increase of churn in January. The 16% increase is about a half percentage point increase in January. And in February, the increase of 3.7%. We anticipated a high churn in February for about 7 percentage points, but actually we've been above that with about 7.3 percentage points. So we did have a very, very rough start into the year. And the reason for this can maybe put into 3 buckets. The first bucket is we ran a very, very aggressive winter promotion. The winter promotion for the first time was very lenient in terms of eligibility. So for example, we also offered it to iOS subscribers who flocked to that offer. And thus decreased our first payers and full paying subscribers quite significantly. So the offer was maybe a bit too aggressive, and from that respect, maybe a bit too successful. It wasn't that bad when it comes to subscriber acquisition cost, but it drove too many non-paying subscribers into our model. Part of that increase of people who took up the winter offer is also now observed in our churn, because usually these people tend to churn a lot more, thus increasing our overall churn. The second reason for this is that the entire music streaming industry over the last 2.5, 3 years was very, very aggressive when it comes to broad promotions. It's not just us, also Spotify and others do these promotions. And so we've kind of educated customer to fall into that opportunistic behavior. So the customers expect that there is always a promotion in summer, always a promotion in winter. So they, in some markets, really fluctuate in and out of these offers very opportunistically without ever becoming paying subscribers. And the third reason for that, for us not making our numbers, is that obviously we see a lot of competition in the market. If you pick French, the French market as our prime market, then you've seen YouTube entering, you've seen Spotify growing very aggressively, and so far we have not kind of reached a good aptitude to counter these aggressive moves in the market. But from our perspective, we do have that momentum, we do have the ability to regain our growth. And from that perspective, I would all ask you to kind of take one step back and look at the core values of that company. And the core value of the company that I really, really, really want to stress is the belief in better. The belief in better has 3 elements: better people, better speed, better product. And the executive team, the board, really, really believes that we have great people. We put a lot of effort into finding you, attracting you, educating you, making sure that you are happy. If there's anything that we can do to empower you even more, please come to us. Laurence pointed out she's available, I'm available. Everybody in the executive team really believes that you are the foundation of our success. We, executive team and board, need to make sure that you can do your job, that you feel empowered, that you feel happy. That's basically what we're here for. We are not the best product designers, not the best statisticians, not the best finance experts. You are. Our job is to make sure that you can deliver on your abilities. So if there's anything we can do, please reach out. We really believe in better people. The second belief is the belief in a better product. And I think product in that regard is maybe a bit narrow, because it's not just on the shoulders of product managers. It's on the shoulders, again, of everybody in terms of content, in terms of talking to our customers, in customer care, in CRM, in terms of better acquisition campaigns. We all are Deezer, and we all can deliver an awesome music streaming service that is different than others. We have one great privilege. We don't need to be number one. In most markets, maybe with the exception of France, we are one of the attackers, one of those who want to take market share away from the big players like Spotify. So if we regain our self-consciousness, to not be a copycat, to not try to out Spotify, or to out Apple, or to out Amazon. We can be an awesome music streaming service company if we really believe in that. And the third belief is better speed. Better speed, from our perspective, means being prepared to take risks. It's always better, and I'm happy that Hans-Holger is not here and Laurent is not here. It's always better, people, to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Yeah? We need to get into a culture to not that much care about whether something that we do is right or wrong. We need to be able to take risks. We need to be prone to be the ones who are quicker, more agile, more courageous than others. Again, we don't have to be number one. But remember those numbers that I showed you. We need to step up to the challenge. We need to raise our level of urgency to create that awesome Deezer that we all want that company to be. So I've gone a little bit over my 5 minutes, I'm afraid. But please remember, we've not done a great job in 2018. We've not really were up to our game in the first month of this year. But if we believe in better, if we believe in better people, better product, and better speed, then we can make this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stefan, for this great message. I think there is nothing to say just after that. So thank you, enjoy your day, and see you next week.